Hi everybody, my name is Wallace. I am a vampire. Uh, I am super grateful for this video series. Super grateful to I look forward to making these videos, especially after a long day at work today. And yeah, it was painful, um, physically and emotionally, but I mean, you gotta love it, right? For me, it's like such an experience, it's just like I feel like I'm at times, I really feel like I it's not that I'm forced to be my best, but I feel like my like there's no slacking off, so it's like better do your best. And I don't know. I really like that's not true, and like I didn't like maybe work as like quickly as I like could like until I was like dead tired, I and like obviously I'm kind of only caring about myself in a way. Like I wasn't really a leader at all today, which I think was an achievement. Like like I think people got frustrated at me, and people were like people were being kind of like sassy and like disrespectful to me. But I'm like, it's all right. And unfortunately, people start at times when they're, people are really tired, they look for people. And, I was really tired too. And I'm just like, no, like, please leave me alone. And it wasn't just any particular person, it was multiple people, it's like, I know it's just a thing. I don't think anyone was like, you know, but, you know, just gotta try my best, Like, I try to use my body language. I feel like my body language is like so loud, but that don't matter to someone who's kind of crazy. So I'm like, oh, man, can't I just be a rock star and do my job? Can we like this is not the time or place to want to be my friend. I think that's part of it. It's like I do truly believe that people are trying to get closer to me, or else you know they just leave me alone, or they might say something behind my back. But like I do truly believe that some of these people who are having a rough day or whatever just want a friend. And like part of me wants to say, you know, what's hard for me is that it's like three things. Like I've got like that. I'm going for the rock star lot, kind of personality and lifestyle, whatever that means. But I'm also doing the whole hey, I'm a vampire thing, which is you know something I can't really get away from because it's what I am. But and then I've got that alpha leadership in me where if I get around another alpha male, I start like twitching out and stuff like that. But we get along. But uh, I it's not a problem in my eyes so much, but it's just like a thing, and I'm great. It's one of those things I'm grateful for, you know. But it's difficult because there's some people out there just like rock stars don't exist, vampires don't exist, alpha males don't exist. Well, you don't exist. I'm over here like, I'm trying to make you happy so that I can just be left alone. Or, truth is, I don't really need any more friends. You know, I really don't. Um, but, of course, I'm going to try to be nice and friendly towards people, but, kind of, I like being alone. I like being friendly towards people and having like platonic relationships where we don't really hang out, but we see each other enough on a. That seems to be enough for me, but clearly that's not really what's meant for me. I don't think so. And I know a lot of people who care about me know that's not meant for me. They know I'm really nice and like friendly, and I'm a gosh darn supernatural dude. So, but I think what's difficult for me um, when I'm tired, and I'm trying to get better at this. It's just when you're around a lot of different people, a lot of different people have different perceptions of who you are. May think you're nothing, or they might think you're something, you know. And it, in my words, I would say it's hard to dance around that. It's hard to, you know, don't want to be disrespectful, and I realize I'm human, and I'm not perfect, but I want to be better, you know. Like I want to be stronger so that I can handle situations, of course, better. Because I realize people have bad days, and then you got to pick up the slack for people, at least until they feel better. And that's what I want, to be able to do that. And it's challenging. I like the challenge, um, and I care about a lot of people. I love a lot of people, and sometimes I feel like another thing is it's not that I don't want to be friends with certain people or friendly or I realize that it's just like I think it's just a normal thing. It's just like maybe me and this other person aren't good for each other right now. Like I wouldn't feel comfortable, being treated a certain way, and they're comfortable with being a certain way. So it's I can see that maybe they can't see it. So I feel bad. And it was interesting today. Like another thing is just tired. It's a long day, kind of rambling, you know. But work takes a lot out of me because I care about people. And like I said, I wasn't a leader today. There's plenty of leaders where I didn't feel like I needed to do that at all. It was nice, and but part of me feels kind of like a little bit of like sadness because I felt like I was just not doing everything I could have been doing. But I realize I'm part of a team. It's like that's the definition of being, well, not definition, but that's part of being on a team. You know, you do your job, you do this, maybe some one extra thing or whatever, but and I know that. Uh, so anywho, um, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video there and just rest a bit. Might make some more videos later for funsies. But I appreciate y'all for watching. And, you know, the message of this video series, this channel, spread positive awareness of vampires. They're nice vampires. And that just the goal is to build a bridge of communication between people, you know, vampire people, our people, and, you know, between people who are different. You know, should always build bridges of communication so that there's understanding. It's not easy. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Bye.